Final match that we're going to talk about for our Night of Champions predictions is, of course, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match between Sting and Seth Rollins. Double duty guy has another match here, and it's against one of the biggest legends who's not really been a part of WWE, and just gets a title match. Some people are kind of pissed about that. Are you guys okay with it?
I'm okay with it.
It's fucking Sting.
Exactly. I don't see what the big fuss is about. Sting has more than made up for the fact that he's had this whole, WCW career and stuff like that. I don't see any reason why he shouldn't have a title match whatsoever. So, get over it. But...
Did somebody not get what they wanted?
What's up, Mark? But I do have to say here, I have almost no faith whatsoever that Sting's winning this match. And if he does, he's winning it by DQ.
I think you're selling Sting short. I think Sting has a good chance.
What would you say are his chances of winning the championship here?
Pretty good. I mean, everyone thought that The Rock wasn't going to win it. People didn't think Brock Lesnar was going to win it. They both got their runs. Why wouldn't Sting?
I don't know. See, with those
two... He had
two...
to have come in and jobbed to Triple H in his first match for some reason.
See, I don't know. I don't know if that would be... He comes in, jobs to Triple H because they want to give him a title reign.
Why not?
The only way I'd be cool with Sting winning is if Sheamus cashes in 10 seconds later.
And they could do that. That's fine. But I think Sting is going to win this match. And there's two people that I think have potential to interfere and allow him to win. The obvious one being Triple H. They just respect the hell out of each other, right? The not-so-obvious one, I talked about J&J coming back. Well, Seth Rollins sees Kane coming back. And he's like, happy to see him, like, oh, great, the gang's all back together. Kane is not quite so eager to get back. He causes Sting to lose the match.
See, if Hell in a Cell wasn't coming up, I'd put a little bit more stock into Sting winning. But I can't see Sting wrestling for the world title as the champion, too.
He doesn't have to.
Going into the Hell in a Cell match.
He just doesn't have to.
The briefcase, dude.
Yeah, your Hell in a Cell match could be Seth Rollins against Triple H or against...
Sheamus.
Or not against Sheamus, against Kane. Triple H or Kane. Either one of those can be the main event. Sting can have the night off. Or he can just have a regular match.
Yeah,
but then who will Sheamus wrestle then for the world title?
Sheamus doesn't have to. Sheamus is not going to get the world title. Even I have no interest in seeing him cash in. Matter of fact, because they've been pointing it out so much the last few weeks, I don't think he's cashing in.
I don't have any faith that he's cashing in. I don't think it's happening at all here. If he does, I think he'll lose.
Mm-hmm.
It seems a little bit too obvious, But then again, maybe that's why they would do it. Kind of like reverse psychology.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you one match that I can't see being booked for Hell in a Cell is Sting versus Sheamus for the world title.
No.
Not happening. And I don't think that the Seth Rollins and Triple H thing is really going to happen either. For Hell in a Cell, I mean. I'm starting to think what's going to happen is John Cena's beating Seth Rollins in the U.S. title match. Sting's going to lose in this world title match here. And then John Cena's going to somehow get a Hell in a Cell match with Seth Rollins for the world title.
Oh, God. That better not fucking happen.
I don't want to see it, but I think that's where WWE's going. And Kane is a big factor. So maybe that isn't exactly what's going to happen. Maybe John Cena beats Seth Rollins for the U.S. title, moves on to something else. Maybe Kane returns and fights Seth Rollins in the Hell in a Cell match. You can see that happening. I mean, it is Kane.
It's Kane.
It's got to be Kane and Sting. But I don't think Sting's going to be coming to Hell in a Cell at all. So if that's the case and he doesn't wrestle there, I really don't want to see him win the world title, then just drop it immediately. No matter who it's to. I mean, whether it's Rollins, Triple H, Sheamus, Kane. But I do think the match will be good. You guys agree with that?
It'll be interesting to see this really young guy and this really old school guy. And everything we've seen from Sting, his Triple H match and that little bit we got to see of him and Big Show was a very old school style. And Seth Rollins is a student of the game, so I think he might be able to keep up with that.
You excited to see it, Sean?
I'd be excited to see the first 5 minutes, and then probably Sting will probably tire out. That's the only issue I got with it. I think Seth is going to have to do a lot of the heavy lifting in this bunch.
Possibly. Sting's looking pretty good, though, I think. I'm thinking that Rollins is retaining here, one way or another. I'm not thinking that there's a cash-in of any kind, and I think that Sting's just going to be written off, and I'll be disappointed, because that sucks that he would have to lose his two, like, important matches that matter. But when it comes down to you guys, who's going to end up winning, Seth Rollins or Sting? Who's walking away with the title? Sean?
I'm 50-50. I really am. I'm really split. Because I know Seth Rollins is going to win the United States, and that's what is throwing me off on this one. So I'm gonna go with Sting.
Yeah, I'm going with Sting as well.
All right, if you agree with me or disagree with me, leave it in the comments below. Who do you want to see walk away with the world title? Who do you think's going to walk away? Because there's always a chance it could be Sheamus too. And for the matter, who would you like to see fight who at Hell in a Cell? We'll obviously be talking about that when we break down what happens at Night of Champions, because next week, right after Night of Champions is over with, we're going to end up doing our review about it, and we'll have that up for you next episode of Smack Talk. Or if we do it separately, we might do it a little bit earlier. Who knows? We'll see. And also, tell us what you think about the format, splitting this up a little bit. Are you guys fond of that, or do you like to see it when it's all packaged together, just on an episode of Smack Talk? We'll try to figure that out in the future, too. We have one more thing that we're going to have to do for this episode, and that's just to throw out some promotional stuff for you guys to check out on the plugs. So, Sean, anything that you want people to be aware of?
No,
No.
not this current time. Probably next week when I'm feeling a lot better. But I'm gonna have to plug them on.
Plug your mouth when you cough.
Unless anybody wants my fucking cold, will be my guest.
Peyton.
No.
You're making me want to watch Star Wars.
I'm glad you got it. I wasn't sure if that impression. I wasn't sure if that was a good impression or if that was another Wade Barrett sucking a lollipop.
No, that was a good impression, because that's a terrible line in that movie.
It really is. It's like, oh, you were so cool up to this point.
It's pretty bad when the Darth Vader, no, it's better than that.
But in all seriousness, check out megapowersradio.com, keepingkayfabe.com, and at MRPADEN. That's Mr. Payton.
If you don't say it, it drives me nuts. I'm used to it by now. It's kind of like at the end of every Smack Talk, I hear ding, ding, ding in the background of my head. But we are at the end of Smack Talk for this episode. Thank you guys for listening. Leave those comments below. Follow, like, share, subscribe, everything else like that. This has been another Smark Out moment, and we're being counted out.